Alright guys, in this video what I want to show you is literally one of the easiest ways I know to make $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month using AI, Lovable, and these different automations. And this is the website in front of you that we're actually in the middle of building for a client. This is actually the second project for this same client. We built them a site before. It's a custom construction company based out in Texas, and this is the site that we built for them before. They were just blown away by the level of quality and detail. And as you see, as you scroll through the website, it's pretty nice. I mean, we put a lot of effort and energy into making it high quality, making it premium, making it look like it wasn't just built by AI. And the client was blown away. Just really loved the project and ordered another for another really custom thing that they're doing. And so we're in the process of building that right now for their commercial side of things. And as you can see, we are off to the races with what this is going to look like. And basically the thing I want to show you, and just the key touches like that and make it premium, and the thing I want to show you is that not only are we building this right now in real time, I mean, look at that, like that is just phenomenal, is that the majority of this site was built from using and referencing the previous site that I showed you. And the client is paying us $2,500 to do that. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's not a lot of money for a website. It is a lot of money if you're doing this within 3 days and you're not really building it from scratch, but you're referencing other projects that you've already done. Lovable allows you to use skills, allows you to reference other products, their style, their flow, to use that for a new project. And if you understand how skills work and how the at reference works inside of Lovable, then you can make, you can do the same type of thing that we're doing. And what I'm trying to show you is that you don't have to have a website or design that looks just like everybody else's. You can stand out with being able to use Lovable in a way that not a lot of people are using it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you what this looks like in real time so you guys can hit the ground running if you're using Lovable and say you're doing web design. And you can use this, in essence, skill to be able to take an outdated website and make it premium within just minutes. So we're going to, let's say, use the reference of the skill or the website we use to build this one out for an outdated website. So first thing I would do and walk you through this process, I would go to Google and I would find an outdated website. Now, one of the ways that I do it is just a quick pro tip. If you want to find outdated websites, one of the quickest ways to do that is to search by the niche, like custom homes, which you see in the Google search there, and then put in quotations the copyright. So this is a way to identify on a specific website, obviously the bottom of the website, if it has an old or new copyright. And so the logic is, if the copyright is outdated, then chances are that the website is outdated also. So pro tip there. And so we're going to do this here. We did the search here, and let's look at this one here. So this is a custom home website. It's a custom home builder. And okay, it's a decent page or a decent photo there, but look at all of these photos here. It just doesn't aesthetically look good. The format of the page looks really old. The images are pretty good quality, and then boom, that's the end of the page. So there's nothing else really going on there. There's an about page. Okay, cool. Really short portfolio. Not bad, but it can be updated, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this link and we're going to start a new Lovable project. I'm going to show you guys this in real time. So let's go back up here and let's go to the dashboard. We'll take the link to this actual website here, and you guys are going to be blown away on what this thing is going to be able to do. All right, so what I'll usually do is I'll create a blank project. So I'll say create a blank project with no styles or colors and call it Carrera. Oftentimes I'll do that. It's probably the wrong name, probably spelled it wrong, but that's okay. And then what it's going to do is open up a new Lovable project. We're going to collapse this here. Okay, it already did that. And it's going to create us a blank project. And the goal of that is just to get inside of the project so that we can begin working with it, because a lot of the tools we're going to need are inside of the project, not at the initial prompt. So this is a cool way to do that. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to say, all right, so let's redesign this website from the link below. We want to make it premium, high quality, and professional, following the style and flow of the reference site that we're using right now. So now this is a good point. Let me actually stop that. Now this is a good point to describe to you guys that there's a difference between skills, right? That these are things that you've created and iterated on that are reusable, that you can recall at any time, and then referencing a previous project. So most of this process is going to be referencing, not actually using a skill, but in essence it still could be considered a skill to some degree. So what I'm going to do is, now I've got to remember the actual project name. So let me go back here, and if I go back to, let's say, Lovable, because I've got to remember the actual project. So when you're doing this, if you've got multiple different projects in Lovable, what you're going to want to do is make sure that you're going to reference the right project, so you know the project name, so that you can actually use it as a reference. So I'll scroll down and let's see what the actual project name is that I'm looking for. All right, so I found the project here. So what we're going to do here is look at the project name. It's called Family Connect. All right, so that's the one I've used to build out this one again, just so you see what it is we're talking about. This is the custom home builder website, so we're going to use that. So we're going to go back to our project here, and this is how you do. You put the @ sign there, and then start typing the actual project name, and what you'll see come up here is Family Connect, which is the one we're looking for. So we're going to use that as a reference, and to be able to redesign this. So it says, all right, so let's redesign this website from the link below. So we need to give it the link. It's there. Use that reference, use that link, and we're going to hit go. All right, so this is going to build something out that is going to have the same style and flow as the one before, and we're going to see what that looks like. So I'm going to pause this video until that's done, and we're going to check it out. So it's done building the new site, and I can say this looks fantastic. So what I did is I already published the site, so I'm going to show you what it looks in full page view. So this is the site here. So let's compare both of these sites together. So this is the old one here, right? And this is how simple it was and everything like that. And so we took this one, gave it to Lovable, referenced this site here inside of the build, and it produced this here. Now let me show you this. Let me reload the page, and you can see how it has this Ken Burns effect on the hero section there, but it looks premium and high quality. You look at that, the fonts and the flow, and just look at that. The layout looks really nice. There's a welcome into the site, right? And then we've got all of these different pages, recent residences, right? All of this looks really good. The layout, the style, the flow looks really premium, right? And all of this was not even, I didn't even prompt it. I didn't say, hey, build this and build it this way and build it that way. I literally gave it a reference of a site we already built. And I said, hey, take this site that's old, that's outdated, that's probably costing them money. And I said, let's redesign it according to the same style, flow, and the build structure and architecture of the site that we already built. And literally that's all the instructions it needed, and it built this entire thing out. I mean, the entire website, guys, in just about 10 minutes flat. Right now, is it completely done, and is it ready to put back on the market? I would say not, right? But from what we are able to accomplish in just a few minutes, this is already light years ahead of what they had before. And now we would spend a little bit of time iterating, right? Making sure the logo was there, making sure the content was right, making sure the phone numbers were right, all of this stuff, which it got the phone number right, so that was really cool. And just finishing up, taking the next hour or so and finishing up this website with the proper images and everything else, and then launching this thing, and it's done. And you went from zero to a redesigned, high quality, premium website in less than a few hours that you can resell back to that same client. You can reach out to them right now and say, hey, I noticed your website was a bit outdated. We've already rebuilt the site for you. I know you didn't ask us to do that, but I'd love for you to take a look at that. Can I just email you the site? Can I just text the site over to you? And if you're really bold, you would just text it over to them or email it over to them and say, hey, look, if you like it, we can talk about it. If not, don't worry about it. And make it affordable for them. Like, think about the time it took for you to build that. Almost zero time and effort. And this is the power of AI and automation and what we can do with Lovable, different LLMs. And this is powerful, and this is something that really changed how you build out things for years to come. Now, I showed you a pro tip in the beginning, which was how to find this type of website. Now, you think about this, and this is where this really explodes. We took a few moments, did a quick little search on Google, and we were able to find this website by literally putting in a niche and then looking at specific copyrights, okay? And we found this site, right? So if I just go down, let me just do all. If I go down, I found that site. Let's see what else we got. Oh, let's look at this one. And this is not going to guarantee that every site you find is going to need that type of redesign, but it's going to get you close there. So this site in and of itself, let's see, we'll click on the home page. Looks decent, looks nice. Not too bad. It could definitely need a redesign, but we're looking for low-hanging fruit, right? So we want to find something that is easy and definitely is going to need the services. So we click on this one, and we're doing all of this in real time. Let's see what we got here. Custom homes. Yep, this will definitely be a candidate. So the question is, see how quick we found these different sites and companies that are going to need what you just produced there, what we just built here inside of Lovable within a few moments. How many of these can you find, and how many niches can you go into and do this for? So really, it's really changed the game on how we can deliver real value to companies, because what we're going to do is we're going to build them something that's going to bring more credibility and reputation to their brand, which ultimately is going to make them more money. And we can do it at an affordable price. You can sell that for $500 and they're going to pay for that all day. All right, so that is the power of using Lovable and being able to use a reference model inside of Lovable to be able to redesign existing sites according to premium sites you already have. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. I'll go into further depth on how to do this at scale in another video by using ChatGPT, who's gonna do all the research for you and be able to host this for zero or next to nothing when you do this for clients. So again, if you found value from this video, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I think you'll like this next video that's coming up right now. We'll see you guys in the next one.